When I'm out on the golf course, I'm coming to the end of my round, I'm on the 15th hole already, I need a really good swing thought, and I think there's a couple of ones which are good and a couple which are more difficult. You know, club face is very difficult to really understand and what it feels like to be good or bad. It's something you can practice. Same with shaft plane, you know, you can't really identify where that shaft is at different times. Weight shift is a really good one. You can feel where your weight's going on the ground. There's really four key parts: the address position, and really in the weight, you want to get the weight sort of on the balls of your feet so that you really feel as though those front quad muscles are flexed and ready to hold you. The distribution does change. Obviously with a shorter iron you want to be a little bit more left, probably with a driver you're going to set up a little bit more behind the ball, but it's where the weight is going. You don't really want to shift the center of your weight very much at all. In analyzing the tour players, they are putting sort of a down pressure onto that right foot, but they're not actually shifting the center back behind the ball. If I shift the center back behind the ball, I have to make a shift back to get into that position. That's going to be inconsistent. So in the backswing, the weight turns, you know, the right leg is straightening a little bit, the right hip is going behind you a little bit, and you're really pressing down into that right heel, inside of that right foot, very much on the inside, never on top of the ankle or on the outside of the foot. Top of the backswing into that right side. Now the transition is very interesting. There is a push off from your right heel across to your left toe. So the weight actually works diagonally, but the center is still very, very still, very level to the ball. So the transition is a key part. Right heel to left toe, and then as I'm coming through from left toe back onto left heel. Never again going onto the outside of that left foot. That's going to cause instability. So balance is something that's a great swing thought. And I just go through a couple of the common faults. You may have been told, take the club away in one piece and sort of work into your right side. And it's so easy to overdo that, but look what's happened to my center. I've totally shifted it away from the ball so that at some point, you know, if you do thin it or have trouble getting back to the ball, I bet you there's too much weight shift going to the right. Feel as though that right hip really holds you and it's turning back behind you. So the top of the backswing, the weight is very much centered on the inside of that right foot. The transition, if I turn, so if I'm behind the ball and now I turn without that shift, for sure the club is going to come on an outside in path, and that's one of the most common causes of slicing. So if you're a slicer, get to the top of your backswing and really feel like you push first to get onto that left side, and then your shoulders and chest will turn to come back into the ball. So that sequence is absolutely vital. If you tend to have a hook shot or a two-handsy through the ball, then probably in transition you're moving too much past the ball, so that push-off is too exaggerated. Now the club's going to come from behind me, I get stuck and I'm forced to flip it. So weight shift is really a very, very important key. It's something you can easily feel. Remember those keys, practice on those, and hopefully that will help you out.